Alright, so I want to start making videos more. And so I'm going to start making videos just me talking about random shit. This should only go on for like 5-8 minutes. I don't know. Depends on how I feel. But yeah, just want to make more videos. Talking, just to build up that work ethic, that habit of making videos. I want to try to make a video once a day. Just ground rules, not to like make a video just saying, oh, it's me, my life sucks. Every bad stuff happens to everybody. Anyway, and the reason why I'm saying that, I'm not even trying to make fun of other people. I'm just saying I used to make videos where it's just me complaining about shit for like stuff on end, and I want to make. If I'm going to complain about stuff, I want to keep it kind of constructive. So, you know, that Rena Higurashi posted about. But I wanted to talk about, I guess, what type of music I'll be listening to right now. Already, I'm like, my brain's like, you gotta turn off the video so you can sit down and do nothing all day. No, but because like ADHD is annoying. You know, I don't even want to blame everything on ADHD because like it's my decisions, but it's just it influences the way you think. I feel like, because it's always trying to find the high dopamine. It's like there's not enough dopamine, turn this shit off. But like life's not all about the dopamine. Music. So this is an album called The Little Explorer by The Little Explorer. It sounds like Dora the Explorer. It sounds like a fucking Nick Jr. album. Actually, there's a song called From 5 that literally, like, it sounds like it belongs in like a Nick Jr. PBS Kids bumper. It's a good song. It's a fun track. It's like basically like a Screamo album. Now, mostly niggas think that Screamo is that like everything is just things, any music with screaming in it. And it's fucking annoying when I hear, I don't want like Screamo, that music with screaming in it. And I'm like, that's not Screamo. Screamo is a combination of like hardcore punk and emo. That's kind of what it is. It's like how people keep saying metalcore is just melodic death metal with hardcore, when it's metal with hardcore. Melodic death metal with metal is melodic metal. Melodic death metal with metalcore, or no, hardcore is melodic metalcore. That's a little bit something. That's like a subgenre of metalcore. But yeah, it's screamo mixed with Midwest emo, which is just like style of emo that focuses on like twinkly, like I call it nostalgia guitar riffs. And there's a lot of Midwest emo albums. There's elements of math rock, which is like complex rock music. And this it's a beautiful album. I love the cover art, the original, because the new one on Spotify, where it combines both the debut album, which is the self-titled Little Explorer, with something called Sadarori. Can't pronounce the name. I don't care. It takes their two albums and puts it under like one like double album thing compilation. I'd rather just have it like on one album under its own album. I don't know how to say it. So beautiful album. It's like heavy moments that just escalate. I don't know. I might make a more informed video about it on the main channel, but there's like just like every song feels like it has its own identity. There's like Play Softer starts off as kind of post rock, which is like atmospheric rock music. It usually builds up to like a crescendo or something like that. But then it goes into like this epic fucking like math rock post-hardcore banger to the second half of the track. Ears to the Ground is one of the best openers I heard to any album. I don't even know how I didn't mention that song. It's just this epic fucking, like, it's not like a boss, like, if your song sound like a boss fight track, then it's goated. It's basically like a boss fight song that just like you're feeling like you're fighting like this mid-game boss who's been pissing you off the whole game. This evil wizard or some nigga. Just great track. And I like that the album just keeps getting. It's very consistent album. There's not really a huge drop in quality anywhere. The last track, the final track, is also really good. Like, great album. And then I also been listening to so usually when people think melodic metalcore, they think the kind of octane core stuff, like with the emo vocals, like Bullet for My Valentine, which is it's not a very good band in my opinion. I get why people like it. I need to look at the camera, the like I'm looking at you, but I'm not a fan of that style. But before that, there was a mini like trend of melodic metalcore that really felt like a fusion between that melodic death metal and metalcore, where it has the metalcore heavy, like very heavy, like 90s metalcore mixed with the melodic but still like gripping melodic death metal. And there's a problem with both like melodic death metal and metalcore where it gets like way too fucking poppy. Like there's a Japanese band. There's these. I'm gonna bring up the Japanese band in a second. There's these like so many bands. I'm trying to come up with an example, but like they take fucking In Flames and then they add like pop vocals to it, and I'm like, that's not melodic death metal, nigga. They need to make up a different term for that style, like where they just make it. It's just singing over like melodic death metal riffs, or it's melodic. It's just death metal vocals over heavy metal music. It's like, that's not fucking melodic death metal. That's just death metal. That's why I like album, or that's just heavy metal, or that's what it is how I feel. But then that's why I like Carcass, because Carcass feels like they really like took the heaviness of death metal, and then took some of those melodic heavy metal elements and fused together without sacrificing both, really. So going back to melodic metalcore, there's a lot of these like bands from the early 2000s, like this like underrated era. I've been talking to a friend on Discord about this, and it's basically you got bands like End This Day, very heavy shit. Cleansing for a prayer, or Prayer for a Cleansing. I think that's. Have you ever heard of Between the Buried and Me? Oh yeah, that's Japanese band I was talking about. Intestine Balsam. That's like that's like the type of melodic death metal I like, because it still feels like death metal, but like with the melodic flourishes, it's still heavy as hell. So go back to the other talking point. You have Cleansing for, if you ever heard Between the Buried and Me, it's like the prog metal band. Well, its members had a few bands before that or during, I don't remember. And Cleansing for a Prayer, Prayer for a Cleansing is one of those bands. They only released like one album, and they basically did two versions of the album. I haven't listened to the second recording, but I listened to the original recording, and I like the snare sound. That album's great. It's really good. It's starting to become one of my favorites, because it's like it's metalcore, melodic death metal. It's really heavy. It sounds very evil. I love the like kind of cover art. It was like a samurai's on that shit. And it has this like scruff quality to it. Like this, it's kind of lo-fi. It's like not very well recorded, but I like that. I like that kind of lo-fi DIY like sort of sound. And I'm not to say clean production ain't bad. That's not to say clean production is like bad or anything, but I prefer sometimes that like kind of rough sound. That's why I like Jerome's Dream, their debut album. Seeing means more than safety. I don't know what that fucking means. Why do they name the album that? But that's why I like that album, because it's lo-fi, but like heavy. One thing that album sound like a desert storm, or like a hurricane throughout the whole like production. I remember somebody complaining it still sounds like a demo though. Like they were like, it's good, but it sounds like a demo. I'm like, nigga, it's not supposed to sound like that. If it sounded hella clean, it would be kind of boring, in my opinion. All got opinions, but I just prefer more raw production, especially on albums like Jerome's Dream. Because when they make it all clean, it doesn't sound as interesting. It sounds kind of like, okay. But it's not to say clean production is bad, anything. Sometimes it is needed, especially depending on the sound you're trying to go for. But that's for this discussion of a different video, so we're gonna hop away from that. But yeah, I've been listening to that melodic metalcore, the earlier stuff before it, like all the like Octane Core, the Kill Switch Engage, and I like Kill Switch Engage. But that's when the shit started becoming more like poppier and accessible, which is nothing wrong with accessible. Again, I said I like Kill Switch Engage, but I like it the more gritty stuff when they focus more. There's another Japanese band called Statecraft. It released one album. They got a few EPs. Statecraft is like amazing, just great band, and not because of Japan. I'm like horsey on Japan. I'm not trying to do that. It's just great sound, and it has the heavy metalcore riffing combined with the melodic death metal riffing. The vocals are great. I like that MIDI track they play at the beginning of the album. I saw some nigga on Rate Your Music talk about how it's the worst opening track to any album. I'm like, shut the fuck. Like, it's not the worst opening track you ever heard of any album. You just trying to sound the fucking say. I hate when people say unnecessary shit like that. Like, there ain't no way this is the worst shit you ever heard. And that's when I talk about that site. That site is almost so cynical. Like, I see people nitpicking about literally anything. Like, I saw somebody, like, ever listen to Bless the Mortar, Kiss the Child? The people complain about the cover art and saying it's the worst cover art they have ever seen. What's bad about the cover art? It's just an image of a grinning kid. What's bad about y'all just complaining about anything? And that's my problem with the internet, is people are always trying to find, like, a thing to complain about. Like, I feel like that's just the problem, like, with the web, is the people are just, like, dumping, like, unnecessary, like, negative thoughts. But, again, I don't want to, like, I already said at the beginning of it, I don't want to be, like, too ranty, long-winded, and negative. But still, had to get that out. But yeah, that's really all. I went longer than I wanted to. I don't want to make this video 20 minutes. But yeah, I'm going to try to upload daily. Hopefully, just talking about stuff.